Hello, it's Stacey from the Loom Room France here again. I promised to show you the beaming on the jacquard loom that I've got, and I've started the beaming process here, and I'm using the loom itself as a trapeze to help me get tension on the loom, tension on the warp, without having to drag the yarns on the floor or anything like that. So the yarns are chained in a box just behind in the section here where you can see my hand, and I'm using a cup and a half of water in a milk bottle for each of the 4 sections of the warp. And I've just tensioned it, and you can see here either side the lighter colour for the selve edges. Now I'm just going to ensure they're all evenly tensioned, and then I'm going to wind on the beam. I have to keep a very close eye up here, because the way the loom works, or the way this one is set up, it walks slightly at an angle, so I have to move it all across from time to time, which isn't ideal, but it's an old loom. This is from the 1880s, so they've been around a bit longer than I have, so we just play with what we've got. So we just keep winding the warp on, keeping an eye on what's happening at the top there, and keeping an eye on what's happening with the bottles behind. You can just see them coming up. I'm just going to tighten the warp there a bit, and wind on a bit more. Hop. If I don't pay attention, these yarns slide down by the roller there and get caught and snap, so I have to keep an eye on that. Okay, we're nearly where I need to move on. A bit more. Hop, there they go again. Let's move that. Okay, I think I'll stop it there, and now I'll show you the process. I have to nip behind, so excuse me. Oh. So I take the bottles, you can't see me now, but that's fine. I take the bottles off. I undo any tags, if there are any tags, choke ties they're called. Right, I don't want that going down there, so I will just tension these gold threads separately. Give the black ones a good strong tug, just to ensure that any tension is even across, and then I will put the weight back on, lower down, so I can repeat the process. Each of these stages may seem laborious. I don't think of them as laborious, because by taking the time to do each one patiently and meditatively, I guess, it just takes as long as it takes, it means that the weaving will be that much easier. I won't have frustrations due to tension and other issues that I could have avoided if I'd have taken more care. So that's why I take my time. So many people say, oh, you must have so much patience. I'm sure you've heard that yourselves if you're weavers. And yet, it's not really so much patience, because if you love what you're doing, it doesn't seem like patience. Anyway. Fourth one coming along with the second selvage. excuse me. Whoop. Okay, that's looking pretty good. So I'll wind on a little bit more. I'd like to keep the warp roughly in order. It's not always possible, but roughly. That's better. Right, I'll keep on doing that. I think you've probably seen enough to get the idea. So I'll show you knotting on next time. Bye for now.